Hey guys, March 29th, the Bite-Sized Bible in a Year Chronological Edition. We read Joshua 20 and 1 Chronicles 6:54 through 81. Sorry about the background, still unpacking, so it's just real life. Sorry about that. Although I'm not sorry because this is real, so it's just what it is. I'm not going to be perfect. Okay, so we saw the land given to Joshua, land given to the Levites, and the cities of refuge. And the cities of refuge, that's where I want to focus today because they've always been really super intriguing to me. Because they were a place where people who had done something, who had committed murder accidentally, they could run and find safety, they could find forgiveness, they could find protection from anybody who wanted to avenge the death. And it's always been, like what I wrote in my Bible is, I love this visual of God always providing a safe place. And I guess that's why I've always loved them and found them intriguing, is because that's what God wanted to do. He didn't have to do that. But his heart was going, I know that y'all are going to do some stuff that you're ashamed of and that you wish you would have never happened, but I'm going to provide these places of safety for you. And it's such a great picture of Jesus's and God's character, that he is this place of safety for us, a place of protection, a place of healing. But I think when we do something that we look on and we're like, oh man, I wish I wouldn't have done that, a lot of times our first reaction is not to run to God, you know. And so I was trying to think of why don't we run to God? And I think one of them, the first thing is that we can feel ashamed of what we've done. But what I would say to that is we can look to Romans 8:1 where it says there's no condemnation in Jesus. There's no shame. He is not in the business of giving shame. He's in the business of taking it away. So we can approach him knowing that we don't have to feel ashamed. He loves us. Maybe we feel embarrassed of what we did and we don't want to even let him see that side of us. Number one, he's already seen it, so might as well talk to him about it. Number two, we have to remember that in Romans it says that he died for us while we were still sinning. He doesn't expect us to get it right all the time. So there's really no reason to be embarrassed because he loves us in our frailty and he loves us in our imperfection. We might feel like what we did is too bad, like, ugh, it's awful, I cannot go to him. But remember that he commands us to forgive people over and over, 70 times 7 times, and so a day. And so that's like every day, a million times a day, 490 times. But his point is forgive and forgive and forgive, because that's what he does. He forgives and he forgives and he forgives over and over and over and over. So there's nothing that's too bad for him because his heart is to forgive. Or maybe we're scared. Like, I'm scared to approach such a perfect God with this awful sin. And Hebrews 4:16 says, let us then approach God's throne of grace. His throne is a throne of grace. It's not a throne of, he is just and he does judge at the end of the times, but he wants to give us grace. His throne is a throne of grace with confidence. So let us approach God's throne of grace with confidence, so boldly, some versions say, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. We don't have to be scared of him. He's a safe place. He's a refuge for us for these reasons. So my encouragement to us today is, as much as we can, whenever we say things that we're like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have said that, or do things that we're like, bleh, I wish I wouldn't have done that, let's not heap shame or guilt on ourselves. Let's go, okay, let me take this to God real quick, like let him love me, give me mercy, give me grace, and start to heal me from it. Because the more we keep it away from God, the more we act like it didn't happen, the more it festers. And so if we can just confess it to God, let him be himself, his forgiving self, and then we can move on in freedom and a clearer conscience. Okay, March 30th is Judges 1 through 3. Okay, March 30th and 31st. Judges 1 through, Joshua 22 through 24. So we're done with Joshua after today. And then Sunday's reading is Judges 1 through 3. So Joshua 22 through 24 and Judges 1 through 3. And I will talk to you about that on Monday. Have a great weekend.